Welcome back, baby.
We've spent too long together.
Welcome.
Another episode.
Happy
another day,
Wednesday.
Another
Hope
episode.
you're having a good week so far. This week it's all about the styling. Oh, yeah, baby.
This is your moment to shine.
This is my moment to shine. This
I
is
feel
my
like we're going to argue in this
cup
one.
of tea. This is my bread
Hold
and
on.
butter.
You've just reminded me that I've got a cup of tea that's been here the whole time.
Ick. Anyway, so we're going to talk about how to pick your colour scheme, what you're doing, what it should look like.
How to know?
Do you need a stylist? What is a stylist?
Yeah, interesting.
Anyway, we're going to jump right into it because
Let's
this
go.
one's going to be good. Let's
go.
go.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding and welcome
The Unfiltered Bride podcast. Tips from the top table and beyond.
so you know it's going to be juicy.
So,
Styling.
styling.
Ooh. Right, I'm going to ask you a straight up question. What is a stylist?
So, okay, I'm going to be really clear about this because people don't know.
People get stylists and coordinators confused, and I
don't know why, because Georgie is the most unstylish person I've ever met.
I wholeheartedly agree.
I'm glad you agree on that one.
But you're also
I'm
the
not-
least organised person I've met.
I disagree.
Okay, I disagree. That was a bit OTT. But
I am
you're not a
organised.
coordinator.
I'm organised.
You're a stylist. But
I have
people
to
are
be
like,
organised.
do you still do styling? And I'm like, no. They're like two totally different
Okay.
jobs.
So, there's three parts to this.
Go on.
So you can be a stylist.
Yeah.
So a stylist is somebody who will design, mood board, colour tone, your whole entire wedding.
Nice.
From your dress to your bridesmaid's dress to your decor to your flowers, the whole day.
Shebang.
Whole shebang.
Yeah.
Very similar to a wedding planner. They don't own any of the stock. They
Yes.
outsource it. They find suppliers for
Yes.
you. So wedding planner and stylist, I can see why it goes hand in hand because it's
Yeah.
you're finding suppliers and services and the
I
design
feel like
element.
it shouldn't be called a stylist. I feel
It's
like
an
it should
interior
be-
designer.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they design the home and then they outsource
yeah,
it.
but then they still paint it.
The interior designer doesn't
yeah,
paint
okay,
the house.
all right, fine.
So you have a stylist.
So are
on
you a
that
stylist
front?
like that?
No.
No.
This is where
Yeah.
this is where I go into it. So you have a stylist like that, and they're incredible people, very very talented, creative individuals. Shout out to all you.
Lots of
incredible
fingers
stylists.
in lots of pies.
Lots of fingers, lots of pies, and you're awesome people. I love you.
but expensive. Yeah.
It's usually on a percentage basis,
Yeah,
probably.
of course.
So you want everything to match down to your stationery, your rings. Like there is
Rings?
Yep, your ring style. Like
Shut
I've got
up.
people who are having more of Art Deco feel, so their rings
Yeah,
are like
right,
Art
yeah.
Deco, the lace on their dress, like literally
That's a lot.
every detail. I mean, I'm here for it. I'm loving it. I love it. I'd probably get a stylist. No, I'm
Okay.
joking. I'm the stylist. Then you have venue dressers.
Okay.
Venue dressers are not stylists.
Oh.
Point blank. Venue dressers have kit that you hire.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. No. I want a question within this. So, give each of these roles a supermarket.
So stylists are Harrods, straight down.
So those big up stylists.
Big
Harrods.
up stylists, Harrods.
Personal shopper in Harrods.
Personal shopper in
Yeah.
Harris. That vibe. Venue dresser.
Asda.
I like Asda, but yeah, you pick it up. B&M, Asda. No, I'm not being
Okay.
rude, but like some people,
Different.
they have stock that you hire, and you will go, I want this, and this, and this, and this, and they'll go, yeah, no worries, even if it doesn't go.
Right. Fine.
They're a
okay,
hire
yeah.
company.
Yes.
Venue, so okay, you got a hire company then.
Okay. Yeah.
B&M hire
B&M
company.
hire. Yeah.
You've got venue dressers that are a little bit more involved.
More
We'll do
Asda.
the chair dressing.
Yeah.
Bit more, but
Bags for life.
still, like you, some of the decisions, if you want it, they're in it for the money.
Yeah.
That's their bread and butter.
Okay.
You then have a venue stylists.
Okay.
Da da da.
Are you Tesco? Sainsbury's?
No.
No, I feel like within venue stylists you have Tesco, Sainsbury's,
no,
Waitrose.
I'm Waitrose.
You could be Waitrose, but some are Tesco. Like,
Yes.
know what you're getting.
Some are like.
good. I like Tesco.
Let me
Shout out.
let me show you this photo that I saw the other day.
Okay, what is it?
Um,
Is it good or bad?
and this is what I mean by a venue dresser, just so you can get context. I'm not going to show it on the screen because.
Okay, is it shady?
Do you see what I mean?
Okay, yeah.
They've got kit. They hire it out. They do.
Oh, I know who they are.
No shade. That's what you do.
No, and again, no shade.
And
Each to their
the
own.
price point will be at that.
Absolutely. It's Asda prices.
The price.
but that's fine.
As the price.
But you know what you're getting.
You know what you get for that
Yeah.
price. Then you have venue
stylists.
which we at Etiquette are
Yeah.
predominantly. we always say we plan, we style, we hire. And if Georgie's are planning,
Yeah.
we style and hire. So on the basis of that is the whole business model was built of doing styling and designing and mood boarding, and like in our showroom we've got
But you're mood boarding specifically for decor.
decor, not dresses, not.
Yeah.
So we do decor, cake styling,
Yeah.
venue
Anything
stuff
that you see
on the day.
Yeah. Okay.
Like we don't do the full. I mean, I could. We do it for our styled shoots. Like we pick the dresses, we pick the models, we pick the rings, we pick all of that.
So you could support with that.
Yeah, but it's not our main service.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
So our process is you make an inquiry of us. We ask you a load of questions. I will then mood board, get to know you as people, understand what you want, what you like, what you don't like, and then create a magic mood board. And then you get to come in and do a one-to-one session with us where we mock up your tables, your florals. We have in-house floral designers. We have in-house kit. Basically, I don't have to rely on any external supplier to provide what I'm providing for your wedding. And that was the main thing for me. I don't want to rely on anybody because people let you down.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm not having my name to it that XYZ couldn't provide the charge place. So I have them in-house.
Ooh, baller.
So yes, styling is just...
But I have an issue.
Oh,
Of course I do.
fuck off.
As somebody that
Jokes,
had a
cut that out.
stylist,
Yep.
I didn't know what I wanted.
Oh,
How do you deal with brides like
I
that?
dislike people like you.
I know.
No, I'm joking.
But I don't know.
Yeah, it's a common thing. People don't know what they want. They see what they want on Pinterest. They see what they like. And this is where you really, really dissect them as people. And we're a little bit like counsellors. And no shade. Actually, no, that's probably disrespectful to counsellors because they do a really, really good job.
Why are you so worried about being offensive?
I don't want to get hate.
What, from a counsellor?
Yeah, because they do a great job.
We're talking about wedding styling.
Shut up.
I don't think they're listening.
Yeah. Hello.
We need help.
No, so people come to us and they don't know what they want, or I know what they know what they want, and I put it together and I can see in their body language and their energy it's not the vibe, and I'm like, right,
change it.
And this is where we stand out because I'm so direct. I'm like, you don't like it, what don't you like? And they're like, I'm not quite sure. I'm like, remove it.
Yeah, okay.
Is that the element you didn't like?
Yeah.
Or people will think they know what they want, and I'm like, but why? Say for example, I want a sage wedding. Okay, but why do you want sage? Why do you like the colour sage?
Yeah.
Where's the colour sage come from?
Yeah. Is it because there's so much inspo?
It's because there's so much inspo. It's timeless. No, it won't ever date. Okay, but what do you like? What's your home like?
That's the only tip I have when people ask me about styling is your house. Because my house and my wedding are the same.
What's your dream house like?
Oh yeah, okay, that's true.
Because my house doesn't look what my dream house would look like. And I can get a really good idea of tones, palettes, metallics.
But what if you have two things? Because I feel like I have two personalities. I have a very neutral, like minimal personality, but then I see some houses where they've got all these like cool colours and cool pictures and cool artsy and stuff like that. How do you pick between those?
But you combine it.
How?
You can combine it. You did exactly that without even realising. So you had a very neutral palette.
God, I'm so good.
But your quirky little fun bits were like on the place names, you have drawings of all your guests.
Yeah.
That's like a bit pop arty.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's bringing in those elements and what matters to you into the day. So this is why I speak to people and get to know what they like. I can tell what you're wearing when you're sat in front of me.
Yeah,
I have
you
a
did
really
do that to
good
me
indication
at the styling
of
meeting.
what type of person you are.
Yeah.
And styling is very much...
You're going to make people really worry about what they wear to their styling meeting.
Dress up. No, I'm joking. No, because I have a lot of people that come all in black. I wear all black. Like, that is me.
Yeah.
So to me, you don't really like colour.
Yeah, agree.
I had someone come in like burgundy and mauves, and I was like, you like the burgundy mauve,
the
purpley, the darky, moody palette.
Yeah.
Her nails were purple. Like,
yeah.
You pick up on all these things, and it's really without you realising. And then I have a general conversation. I match people's energy. If you're chill with me, I'll be chill with you. We get to know each other, have a little chat. But I have to get to know you as people.
Yeah, okay.
Because
do you get people that ring you and they say, I just want a price? Like, what's
all
a
the
rough
time.
like? But from brides and grooms' point of view, how are they supposed to know what they can afford?
Okay, well, my minimum spend is X.
Okay.
And that can
What
include
is your minimum
yours.
spend?
Our minimum spend is 3,000 plus VAT for 2023, 4,000 plus VAT for 2024, and 5,000 plus VAT for 2025.
Okay, I feel like that's actually super helpful. So I have a bone to pick with you.
Oh no!
Already. Because, and we're quite happy to both admit, your style, I'm substance.
Yeah.
I'm the logistics, I'm the things actually working, you're the making it look nice. Together, normally, in harmony, wonderfully.
Yep.
I've got a massive issue with style shoots.
Okay.
Because you're setting really unrealistic expectations.
I disagree.
Why?
Do you know why?
Go on.
Why we do? And we've got some hella big style shoots coming in this year.
Yeah, but
with big budgets that we're putting behind it for a marketing purpose, but also to showcase the actual work we can do.
Yeah, I get.
No, let
No.
me.
I asked the question. No.
Hold fire. Let me finish.
My issue is when you put 4 fucking plates on top of each other, and never in life, like for your caterers to do that is totally unrealistic.
I don't put 4 plates on.
Well,
top.
I've seen it.
Well,
I've seen it happen.
pick the moment
And
then.
there's a charger plate.
If that's your
there's a big
biggest
plate.
problem, that's on you.
Yeah, but that's when couples look at that and they go, yeah, I want my table to look just like this. And I'm like, but you've got a fucking plated main course. You don't have your plates on the table.
We don't do that. We will normally do another plate on top of, we do 2 plates, so charge plate and plate, because you can have
You can sometimes, yeah, but not if
feasting
you're on a
menu.
starter.
bread.
What, on a big plate?
They're not
Mate,
always big.
You're lying.
I'm not.
You're
They're not
lying.
always big. Have a look. Our stone plates that we did at Water's Edge.
Yeah.
Bread plates.
Mm.
And again.
I love a style shoot. They're beautiful. But then you get couples that look at it and be like, that's what I want. I want to do that. And I've said it before on something. You've got a fucking cake styling outside and someone's like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And I'm like, you're getting married in June, hun. Like that'll have bees, ants, grasshoppers on it.
I think you've got to be really careful. Like people will say Pinterest styled shoots are all just, don't look at them, don't do it. 90% of Pinterest is styled shoots. If I'm being honest with you.
And I don't think couples realise that.
No, and I also don't think it's a bad thing, because it's great for me to get what inspo you like.
Yeah.
And I can be very honest and say that wedding costs 100k. You're not gonna, your budget's 5k for styling. Like it's not gonna work.
Do you think it puts unrealistic expectations on weddings?
And me,
Oh yeah, and for you.
Yeah, like
I feel like we need to normalise wedding photos.
Yeah, but I also don't. I think if you're doing a style shoot, you want to showcase the best work you can possibly do, and that's what we're doing this year, because we've got a new strategy. By 2025, we're going to reduce our weddings down to a certain amount to do the bigger weddings.
Yeah,
but we can't do the biggest weddings yet because we haven't got the content for it.
Yeah,
but we can do it. It's just we haven't done them yet, and it's
I feel like
also
you need
showcasing new trends and new styles. Like for us as a stylist, and I think this is it should go for everyone that is in business. Actually, if the client doesn't match your energy, you are not going to work as a duo.
Okay, interesting.
Like if you don't click with one of your clients, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You're not going to get the best result out of them. They're not going to be excited. You're not going to be rememberable in the business.
Yeah.
Like each and every one of my clients get essentially vetted. It sounds strange, but we have that. We have a pre-qualification that your vibe has to match our vibe. Your vibe has to match something that we're willing to execute that represents the brand in the way we want to represent it.
This is a bit deep, mate. I was just having a go at you if you start shoes.
But you have to match the energy of your supplier.
Yeah.
And if you send a big ass shoot and you've got a 2k budget, we're not the right company for you. But there will be companies out there that'll be like, yeah, I'll do it for you. That's not a problem. No, they'll do it for you for 2k and it will look nothing like what you sent. So you have to have someone that's really real and trust what your supplier's saying.
Yeah.
Like get them vetted. And if I'm telling you that's not going to work, or I save my clients money. I wouldn't recommend doing that.
I don't believe you.
Why?
Just don't.
I wouldn't recommend doing cake styling outside because your cake is going to melt.
I've seen it happen.
Well, I have never done a cake outside.
I know you haven't.
Do you know why? Because I have you at 90% of our weddings and I'm not willing to have the ag. But you have to be logistic. Like so many people are like, I want candles down my aisle. Yeah. Your aisle is not wide enough.
And you've got
your dress like? I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
I'd like to see you get down that aisle in one piece. Don't get me wrong, we do candles down the aisle because I know I've got space to do it. If I haven't in certain venues, I'll be like, don't waste your money.
I genuinely love Pinterest as well. But as somebody that runs the weddings, half of them I'm looking at, I'm like, that's not possible. That's logistical. Like some of it I look through. I'm going to go on Pinterest right now.
Okay, so tell me something from a styling point of view that doesn't work logistically, and if you dare say charger plates, I'm going to smash one round your head.
Do you know what? I will say charger plates.
No, fuck off.
Did you? Even at my wedding, I didn't check the plate on the charger plate. Fucking rookie error.
What do you mean?
My plate didn't sit very well on my charger plate.
Mine did on yours.
Because I didn't know, but I didn't. I externally hired plates and didn't check it.
I felt it was fine.
It was fine, but it could have been better. But it wasn't. That was
I'm
no
sorry,
thingy
if there's
from any person.
anything on your wedding table, have charger plates. They make a place setting. They
totally agree
with you. It looks like a flat ass napkin that looks like you could do the most beautiful centerpieces. All these bud vases, all these candles. Overall, the aesthetic of the room is beautiful. people are going to take photos of where their name is, and that is their place setting.
I agree. I
It
love
elevates
charge
the
plates,
table,
but
you
got to
need
tell the caterers.
Yeah, because otherwise they serve it on slates and things
Yeah.
like that. And it's one of those things it is logistically you've got to know about it. But from a styling point of view, please, like, they're goddamn beautiful.
They are goddamn beautiful. I will
Imagine if
give
you
that.
you would not have charge plates on your wedding.
No, I
That's
agree.
BS.
I loved charge plates. It's not that. It's,
So what else is impractical?
it's the check. Why are you so mad?
So I'm going to fight
It's okay,
you.
don't worry. I'll fight you back.
You don't need a wedding coordinator.
Oh, you said venue coordinator, then you ruined it.
Joking.
No, it's
She's
just
great. You do actually.
okay. So a picture that I've just brought up again.
me.
It's not that you can't do it, but there's so many things you have to check before you do it. So on this one, they've got and I'll describe it for the people on audio. They've got flowers the entire way down the middle of this table, and then they've got one flute. So it's beautiful, but you can have it. Here you go.
No, because no.
So first,
You need a
things
water
first.
glass.
There's no water glass. There's no wine glass. Again, this
You
is
might
fine
not-
if you know that you don't want to
You
do
might not
that.
have wine to the table.
Yeah, fine. But most, let's say 90% of weddings
Yeah.
will need to have a flute, a wine glass, and a water glass. There's also no room on those tables for any food.
Yes, there is.
Only if it's a. So I
If
can
it's
also already
plated,
tell
yeah.
you that currently there's a side plate on there, but one set of cutlery. So that's, I don't know what the side plate's for.
Yeah, but I think you're picking up on things
Yeah,
that
'cause
are
I did
really,
catering,
really
but-
minor.
But to the normal person that looks at this picture and says, that's what I want.
Oh, so what?
they
You're
go,
gonna have
"Shit."
to add a water glass and some cutlery.
Yeah, but then it doesn't look like that.
Well, it does.
It doesn't, because then it's more glass heavy. They've also got, what's that? Yeah, I mean, it looks
Style
gorgeous,
shoots are beautiful.
but they're not realistic.
For example, I've got a table set up right in front of me, and I've got a wine and a flute. I don't have a water.
Yeah, but wine glasses can also be used as water glasses. But yeah, no, you're wrong again. And what else have you got? So the current setting that we've got in front of us for people, there is 2 sets of cutlery. There's a small plate, and there's a knotted napkin, and there's a charger plate. So the only way this works is if you're having a to the table shared starter,
Which they are.
which is fine. But for a normal couple that are looking at it, you have to know that that's what you're having first before you can say, this is the setting I want.
Yeah, most of the time we don't do the plates on top. We just add them in.
Yeah, I get why stylists do it, because it looks absolutely gorgeous. And I'm not saying to couples to not do it, but you have to know what you're eating before you can say
For sure.
that's what you want. So, I mean, like, I'm looking at another one now. I've brought it up, and there is 3 forks, 3 knives, 1 spoon. They've got the right glassware, and then they've got a big, massive plate, and then a little small plate, and the menu on top. But what I don't understand what the big plates, unless they're having a to the table shared starter, and then a to the table cold main, because you'd have warm plates otherwise.
Fair.
See, like, I just got a bit of shade with the styled shoot. That's all.
I disagree because our plates weren't warm on your wedding day.
We had cold elements of food though. Salad.
Yeah, but it wasn't exactly.
Yeah, if you have a cold bit
So,
of your food, you
Exactly.
don't have it
I think you're
warm
just picking up on things
plate.
that just are irrelevant. I'm
no,
sorry.
they're not irrelevant, because when you go
Moving
to
on.
actually,
Next.
no, not moving on. No, I will not move on. Scoot. What was the noise you made?
Let's go back. Don't you dare diss us stylists.
No.
Because we make your
Listen up.
wedding fucking beautiful.
Wholeheartedly agree that you make it beautiful, but my issue is that couples have got to know what
Yeah.
they're having. Otherwise, there's no point.
This is like a really taboo topic of don't go on Pinterest for your styling. Go on Pinterest. But have someone
agree.
that's going to give you real talk.
You need to or speak to your planner, coordinator, to say, what do I need? Is there any point me getting really nice plates? Because to me, I would hire plates if my plates are on the table. If the food is getting plated and brought out, I might not look at hiring plates.
Disagree. Depends on your palate. Because I've got someone that's got a really warm palate, and she was like, that white plate's going to look so harsh on our table.
Yeah, I agree. But at that point, everyone's wrecking the table anyway. I also think if you're having a stylist, you have got to allow for some time to go in and see that room before your guests do. Because
100%.
they
First
wreck
look.
it.
Yeah, first look.
Wreck it.
But also, if you're having a stylist, you can't cut corners. For example, some people are like, I don't need a teaspoon for my tea and coffee. I'll have it silver and I'm having gold cutlery.
No.
You can't do that. If you're going to do that, don't have tea and coffee served to the table.
Yeah, I agree.
Do
Go
a
and have a
station.
station outside. Yeah.
you can cut corners and you can do things. I'll give you ways to save money and reuse decor. Like,
yeah.
so much you can
But
do.
a stylist won't put their name to something
100%.
if you're not doing it properly. And I get that. Like, I totally
and
agree
that's
with
why
that.
we have a really important
Start
and relationship. And my clients trust me wholeheartedly. Every single one of you who I work with directly will trust me.
Yeah, good.
I trust what your judgment. I trust what you're saying. Do what you think's right.
And I think it's always good. Do you know what? On Saturday, actually, my couple that I did their wedding made a really, really good point about something. So it's not necessarily about styling, but I normally ask couples what the most important thing to them is for their wedding. If somebody says to me styling, I will keep that in the back of my head throughout the entire day. So when it comes to decisions that are being made, styling will trump everything. So if it meant that you guys needed 10 more minutes to set something up, I would delay all the other stuff so that you got that 10 minutes. If other things were important to them, I wouldn't. I would say to you, look, we're just going as we are. But on Saturday, the wedding, the bride and groom came in and sat down and the food was served. And because it was obviously February, wintry time, they needed to go out and have some photos. So they started coming out to have photos and I was like, your starters have just been served. And she was like, we've paid more for the food. We've paid more for the photography and videography than we have on the food. So we're going outside. I was like, you carry on, off you go. But the venue coordinator was like, well, we've just served food. And I was like, just carry on. Just don't leave them. They were on a sweetheart table, so it worked perfectly. They just weren't sat there. Everybody else could eat. But their most important thing was having the photos and going to do it with it. So if you've spent a lot of money on styling, if you've put a lot of effort in styling, tell people and say, this is what so for my wedding, actually, the lady who coordinated for us, our caterers put some food on the table and she was like, take it off. But this is before everybody had gone in. She was like, it can't be on the table because they want photos. They want everybody to go in and sit down and it to be clear and look like this. So that's the sort of thing that having someone that's working for you as a couple will be able to help. Because you would have gone mad if you'd gone in and all the food was on the table.
I was part of that conversation.
Yeah, good.
And also someone who ever moved the broken arch, put it back to front, and I literally flipped my lid. I was like, fucking dare you.
Did you move it? Did you change it?
Of course I fucking did.
Thanks, mate. Thanks.
But this is
but when you have people that are working for the couple, that's what happens.
And when you have people working for the venue, that's what happens.
Yeah. If you're tired of wedding planning stress ruining the excitement of your big day, then you need to download Bridebook.
It's the UK's #1 wedding planning app.
You can literally plan your whole wedding with the use of their app and actually enjoy the journey.
The tools they have on the app are so good. They make sure you don't miss a thing with your own personalised checklist, and you don't need to worry about overspending because their intelligent budget tracker has got your back.
But probably the most exciting thing, and something that I even use as a wedding planner, is that they have over 100,000 different venues and suppliers on the platform, so you can find the dream team that's perfect for you and your partner.
It's so helpful when planning to keep everything in one place. So I'm pretty sure that's why 2 out of 3 couples in the UK use it.
And the best part from the cheap gal is that it's free.
So why wait? Go and join the 1.3 million couples who already use Bridebook today.
Download the Bridebook app for free now in the App Store or Google Play Store. Happy planning. My next question for you is about reusing stuff. Because I feel like I'm probably more frugal than you are as a coordinator, because A, it gives me a job to do and helps the couple, but B, means that they've saved money. I like reusing decor.
100%.
Okay, good.
Reuse everything you can.
Right, thank you.
So we do this. I do this a lot with my clients. Is we sit down, we do this. They're like, I need this, I need that. I'm like, right. If you're having meadows down your aisle, you can move them to in front of top table, in front of signage. That means you don't need a big ass garland on your top table, and you can have bud vases, which is a third of the price of a big garland.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my god.
Yeah. Bouquets are my favourite reuse
I'm
tip.
not mad on bouquet reusing.
Yeah, but it's just, otherwise they're just such a waste. They get used for 30 seconds down that aisle for them walking down the aisle. Then that's it. They literally get put on the floor.
But from a stylist and floral point of view, getting vases that sit with a bouquet, like you don't make a bouquet to sit in a vase.
Yeah,
you make a bouquet like you can. They do look beautiful.
I've had to cut the stems before to put them in a vase.
Yeah, and I think you don't get like a good you get a good top, but you don't get a good
rimmage.
You can do it. Just depends on the right vase, the right.
It's just the money thing again. Like if you're gonna have 12 bridesmaids, sure as hell using those bouquets.
Yeah.
On the tables.
Depending on what flowers and stuff. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So what about like ceremony styling? What if you have a church ceremony?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like how much styling should you put there? Because my issue with churches is that, you know, when people do a big ass arch on the front of a church, people see that, they walk past that twice in the whole day.
Yeah, but good photos, confetti shot.
Yeah, but Say that costs £1,000 for that arch.
What's your priority?
Yeah. But wouldn't you say to somebody, put it at the...
With what we do a lot of broken arches and they can be moved.
I like
so,
but
you've
like
also got to factor in the fact that if you want it moved and you want things moved from your ceremony to a wedding breakfast, if you've got a venue which will be very visible to your guests that we're moving things, that is a biggest ick of mine. I personally, as a stylist, don't like to be
walk
seen,
through the guests,
or I like to make magic like a little fairy and go. Like that's what we do. Like you don't want to be carrying things in front of your guests. It's not a vibe.
And also you have to pay for stylists and things. Like as a coordinator, I'm happy to move stuff, but there's a limit. There's only so much I can carry through and make look good. And sometimes I think if you try and cut the corners there, you end up having venue people move stuff. How much stuff have you had broken?
So much
from venues, because it's just and I see it from their side, because they're like, we just need to move it quick, otherwise we're going to get behind time on everything else.
Do you know what it is? They move candles and wax goes everywhere. They don't blow the candle out before moving it and letting the wax settle.
Yeah.
They're just like, move. And I'm like, it looks fucking shit.
Yeah.
You spent and for us, it is you have to pay for stylists to stay and turn around.
Yeah.
Because
rightfully it's hours that you could be.
Because you've got people stood there for 3 hours essentially. And coordinators can move stuff across.
Oh, so tell me what's the worst thing you've ever done styling wise?
In terms of decor or logistics?
Both. Like what's your biggest mistake you've made that you will now never make?
You've always got to overstaff it. So just because you may be half an hour late to your ceremony doesn't mean that the whole day gets pushed back half an hour, because chefs will be working to a certain time.
And then you've got me the other end going,
pick it up. And when you're doing a turnaround in the same room, it's really, really tough, because we can't do anything until the tables are there.
Yeah.
We can't do anything until the linen's on if you're using the venue for linen. And sometimes they ain't in a rush. They're canapes, drink section. I'm stood there like, I can't move your tables for you. I can't. Basically, we don't have insurance to move other people's stuff, and if one of my team get hurt from it, we're not insured.
And also, the venue like to be able to do their own stuff, because they're normally doing the crockery, cutlery.
Oh, and it's like we're there, florists there sometimes if you're not using us for flowers. Venue coordinators
trying
there,
to put the name cards out.
The venue there, and it's like mad, like so it's factoring enough time to do that.
Yeah.
And also that buffer time. And again, like you said, what's the priority? Like we need to make this perfect. You pay for us for a service. I need at least 2 hours, say, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever we agree. I need that time. And if you're half an hour late, it doesn't mean I get an hour and a half. I still need 2 hours.
Yeah.
But we're expected to pick up that time. And that's where it's really, really difficult. So we overstaff our events now. And that's how our prices reflect, because I need to make sure that's done quickly for you. Because you get master of ceremonies that will call people in without checking with us. Like master of ceremonies will call people in and will get bride and groom to do first look, or bride and bridegroom groom to do first look.
Please book a coordinator. Like, it doesn't need to be me. It's not a sales pitch for myself. A coordinator will work between the stylist, the venue, the caterers, the bar, the couple, to make sure that everybody is as happy as they can be. They'll come and push stylists a little bit and be like, guys, look, it's a beef Wellington main.
lamb. If you're having a lamb, don't book me.
But like I will know if the couple are foodies. The food is the most important thing.
But you've also got to understand that sometimes 90% of the time it's not our problem. Like 90% of the time something's gone on in the venue that we can't control.
Yeah.
We're there waiting to go.
Yeah.
But what that means is, like, sometimes we're like, if you're like 45 minutes late to letting us in the room, I've lost 45 minutes. And it means that, like, I might have to ask someone else to light the candles. But a lot of the time people are like, no, like coordinators will do that and be like, right, we just need to get moving.
Yeah.
Totally understand that you're doing your job and you've done it within the time allocation you've booked.
Yeah. But help me out. Help me out.
Yeah.
But I agree. If you had to give one tip for styling, what would it be?
Don't do something because it's a trend.
Interesting.
Do it because you like it. For example, if you're not a colour kind of gal or boy, don't have colour just because you think it's on trend.
I was so happy after my styling meeting, because I didn't know what I wanted at all. And then the more and more I talked about it, you guys literally were like, you're describing Scandi. Yeah. Scandi, neutral, 50 Shades of Beige. And I was like, oh my God.
With the industrial element.
Yeah, like it was and the second the word Scandi was said, I feel like I wrote a genre, like my.
You didn't.
Unless I did. Show me another Scandi wedding.
There are loads
They're
on
not.
Pinterest.
They're not. But the second.
And your mood board. Did you enjoy your mood
The
board?
mood board. The second that
I
that
turned
was
your
talked
vision
about,
into reality.
and you know when you read that on a tagline, you're like, shut up. Honest to God,
That is our tagline.
I know. Honest to God, though, the second that was said, I was like, everything makes sense now. Like, as I think when couples are planning a wedding, you can't picture it. That's the biggest problem about wedding planning.
People aren't visual, and that's why you
No.
have the space that we have, so we can mock it up
and
on
I
a
wanted
table.
to touch it. I wanted to see the
it,
stuff,
because
feel it.
so many people don't, and you walk into a wedding, you're like, oh, I think that would work. Like, what I like to do is go, put what you think you want,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna right. I know what you.
Yeah.
This is how to lift it, elevate it, and make it
Yeah.
really chic.
And then seeing my tables all together wasn't a surprise. I knew exactly what I was getting. So sometimes walking in and go, oh my God, it looks so different. It didn't look nowhere near different what I thought. It looked exactly what I thought it would look like. And that's the bit I liked.
The controlling part.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
needed to be in
I wanted
control.
to know what I was going to walk into on my wedding day, and that's exactly what happened. So for my type of couples that I get a lot of DIY couples or couples that styling isn't their most important thing.
Yep.
Like, what would your tip be for somebody that doesn't want a stylist or can't afford a stylist? What would you say?
I think there'll be elements that you can afford. So like we dry hire to a lot of people and to a lot of coordinators and caterers.
So what can you dry hire?
Charge plates, cutlery,
Nice,
napkins,
okay.
like linen. Linen is a good way to
Oh my God.
elevate your styling.
Coloured
napkins, textured napkins.
Yeah.
Anything that's not that traditional starchy corporate feel.
Yeah.
Is great to give you some depth and texture. Basically, the way we like to style, this is how most people style.
Okay.
And I explain it this way because it's the simplest way to explain it. I like the colour pink.
Right.
I want pink at my wedding. The easiest way to do it is that way. Okay, cool. You literally paint by numbers in pink. You're like a colouring book. Okay, I need a pink runner. Okay, I need a pink napkin. Okay, I need a pink flowers. Okay, I need pink this. And you just go overboard and you look like an absolute colouring mess. Like, it doesn't work. And what you need to do is style within the details, style within the texture, style within the glass elements, the linen, the florals. So when you walk in, you visually get an overall amazing feel and you're like, wow, this looks epic, because every small detail is timelessly working for itself. Whereas if you go bigger and go pink napkin, pink this, you just look like a colourful you look like you're going to a rave.
You heard it here first.
But that is how we like to style in the details.
Yeah, I agree.
The glass, the lace detail on a charger plate.
Yeah.
And all your little bud vases have got
Glassware
little...
to me. I love...
Like glass
love
is
glassware.
classed as a metallic. So my styling formula is pick a colour,
Yeah.
pick a neutral,
Yeah.
add a
What's the
metallic...
neutral?
Okay, right, I'll do an example.
Okay.
Pick a colour.
Shall I actually pick the colour?
Yeah.
What should I do my wedding?
Whatever you want to do.
Beige.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pick a neutral.
What does that mean?
You're shit. Right.
White.
Let's pick a
I'll
colour.
pick a colour. Do it again.
Because your colours can work as a neutral and a metallic and your colour. So your colour, your formula. Let me break it down in a simple format and then I'll break it down for yours.
Okay, I'll be normal.
Yeah.
I'll pick colour. Okay.
Pick a colour.
Blue.
Pick a neutral.
White.
Pick a metallic.
Silver.
Add some texture.
What?
Cheesecloth, chiffon.
Oh.
See what
Lace.
I mean? Lace. You can add lace if you want. Lace is actually coming back.
Yeah.
Big time.
I don't hate lace.
So for example, you've got blue. You've got like a nice powder, dusty blue as your colour.
Yeah.
Your neutral, this can be white, black, beige. Like it's the tone that just...
Is it like the second colour?
The second tone.
So can green be a neutral?
You can class it as your
Okay.
neutral. Yeah, it's basically stop it feeling blocky.
Okay. Yes.
So your white is your neutral because you've got your neutral and your white. And then your metallic is silver. Your metallic can be silver, gold, black, copper.
So we thinking like
glass.
cutlery,
Yeah.
chargers,
And all these little
okay,
elements, like
yeah.
crystal candlesticks,
Yeah.
holders. And then your texture, that adds your depth. So like adding a chiffon will make it feel really romantic, really timeless.
Yeah.
Adding something a bit like a cheesecloth will make it feel a little bit rustic, but not too much because you still got the silver, which is a bit chic, and you're a bit like, still a bit bougie.
Good. This
Still a
is
bit
good.
bougie.
Yeah.
So like, for example, that's the way you do it. Let's do it again. Pick another colour.
Red.
We can go red, yeah? Pick a neutral.
Black. And metallic. Gold.
Yeah.
I've gone like Christmas wedding, gothic Christmas.
So what I do for a red is I do a red. I then do like a beige.
Red and beige.
Soften the
Yeah,
red.
yeah.
Your metallic is then black.
Yeah.
And then your texture, I do something like just like a thicker kind of linen, not a polyester. And that works really well. I have a lot of Chinese clients.
Yeah.
They're Chinese, their partner's not. They want to have a fusion.
Yeah.
So the red is a really common color for the Asian weddings and the Chinese weddings. And then
it's not too red.
It's not too red. It's not too patterned.
Yeah.
Like your texture can be a pattern. Like it could get a damask. It could be a damask napkin.
You're saying words that I don't understand. But
It's
okay.
just like a One more go. One more round.
Well, do my wedding. So explain my wedding.
Okay.
So Scandi was my word.
Scandi
so if
was yours.
if I came in and just said I want a Scandi wedding.
So Scandi wedding. So you had loads of texture.
Yes.
Scandi was texture.
Scandi is cozy.
So it was like honesty, like
yeah.
in the florals,
Actually,
it's all
to be
dried
fair,
and textured.
That's all I had when I came
Was
to
a
you.
brief.
The only flower that I knew, the only thing I knew I wanted was the honesty flower, which for anyone that doesn't know is like that
dried.
You can kind of see
shimmery,
through it.
yeah.
That's where the shells came in.
Shell.
Remember when you made fun of my shells?
Yeah, but it was not.
No, I know, but I knew what I
Scandi
was
is not
trying
the
to
vibe.
do.
So you had a lot of texture. So your texture was textured linen, like frayed edge linen, a little bit industrial, a little bit shabby chic. Your metallic was black. You had a lot of black industrial accents.
Yeah.
Your neutral, what I say is your neutral was actually like a lighter beige. You know that the color of the napkin, so it was like a cream. You had a cream that just balanced it out, and then your color was like the deeper stone beige. So you had stone and beige, like so those two colors are very similar.
Yeah.
But without that creamy tone, you would have been too dense.
Yeah.
So that's where you lifted it. But you also had a white chiffon runner, which made it feel a lot more romantic than rustic. Because I know you didn't want to go too rustic. So a cheesecloth runner would have made it really rustic. But the chiffon is like a really way to kind of bring it back from the rustic element to bring it like really romantic.
God, I'm so good. Honestly, my wedding was, I just picked everything so well.
I know. I did good, didn't I? But yeah, that is my styling formula is pick a colour, pick a neutral, pick a metallic and pick a texture. And I can tell you now they'll never fail. So just quickly run through it. Pick a colour, any colour you want.
Pick a colour, any colour.
Neutral is always like white, black, beige. Anything that's going to soften your colour. So it can be a second colour if you want it.
Okay, so that's where sage green sometimes come in.
Yep.
Okay, yep.
A metallic can be, so your metallic can be glass. Like glass can be your metallic.
But can you have glass and then silver cutlery?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. We can have glass cutlery. Bougie.
But like you don't have to have like a silver, gold, copper, black.
So
you don't. You can keep it really chic.
would be a metallic.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So like bamboo.
Yeah.
And then or it could be classed as your texture, depending on which way you're doing the formula. They can be answers for both.
Okay.
And then your texture, wicker, cheesecloth, chiffon,
silk.
Linen, silk, satin. That is what the texture is, the secret ingredient to elevate in your wedding.
See, and I think that all of that runs into everything. So like, even when it comes to when I was picking my wedding dress, I was picturing my wedding. Like sometimes, you know, you pick a boho, not boohoo.com, if they want a hashtag sponsor.
I love, like, I get to see a lot of my clients just, they show me in the styling consultation.
Yeah, you need to see.
And like, that's what you like, and that's the vibe of your wedding. I can reflect that in your styling. I just need to see the dress.
I was buying my dress with New Year's Eve glam, like bougie in mind. And then that's exactly what the styling came out like. Like bougie, Scandi.
It was really chic.
Yeah.
Just really chic.
Like just, it genuinely felt like my home away from home. Like it felt like we were inviting people into our house and we were hosting that. So you did smash it.
Thank you.
Okay. Bitches from a Bride. Are you ready?
Bitches from a
Bride.
What, is it styling?
Yeah, well, it's styling related.
Oh, wow.
Hello, ladies.
Hey, ladies.
They started again the same. My friend got married 2 weeks ago and I'm getting married in a month. Our colours are exactly the same. How do I make it different?
Give me a call and I'll change it.
Would you change it though?
Oh, I've done it so many times.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to change my colours just because somebody else had that colour.
No, but I have this sounds pathetic, doesn't it? I'm besties with my clients, just an FYI. Like, I love them and adore them. And like, if it was me, I'd want someone fight in my corner.
100%.
So I had that I've had it a couple of times actually, and they rang me and were like, oh my god, they sent me WhatsApp photos when they're there. I'm like, take as many photos as possible,
the same thing.
so I can see, and what I will do is change elements.
Because would you change the colour? I wouldn't want to change my colour, because bridesmaid dresses are boring.
No, we don't need to change the colour, but we can make it better. Is that pathetic?
No. I feel like
I'm here to
there's always
to egg you on.
You always wanna. One of the best reviews I ever had is that somebody said I was championing their wedding, and I was like, I friggin' love that, and that's true. Like the suppliers you get should be your wedding's number one.
If someone turned around to me and they said that to me, even a couple of days before. If I could change it, I would.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to change too much of it. Like if somebody had beige before me, I still want it.
But you'd want it better, no?
Yeah, of course. But I'm guessing you just change a few. It's
But
the texture,
also, I
isn't
do
it?
feel like it depends. If it's a close friend, you wouldn't have known about this.
But I do like your formula because actually that's 5 things. Unless they've got every single thing the same, it's not going to feel the same.
Yeah, for sure.
Agreed. Okay. I want tip jar.
Tip jar.
Tip jar. Get me a tip. This is going to have to be a quick fire tip. Nice. Come on the clock here.
Shut up.
People get bored. They won't.
No one gets bored.
No one gets bored. You're buzzing for the tip.
Wedding rings. Who, where, and cost?
Oh, well, I'm super biased on wedding rings because
Holly Robinson.
Holly Robinson jewelry. Hashtag.
To be fair, I love her jewelry as well. So
she's
shut
very
up.
well. She's very good because she does like bespoke stuff for you.
100%.
And a lot of engagement rings now aren't your normal. This doesn't like flat doesn't go next to it. So I mean Holly did ours really well because I ended up having 2 rings. Actually, Brian ended up having 2 rings as well because he got a silver, titanium, and a gold.
Does that look weird?
He doesn't put them together because he got a silver one first, and then he changed his mind after we'd already bought it, and he was like, "I really want a gold one," so I bought him a gold one as
so
his.
extra as you.
So extra. But I think wedding rings should be like I'm so heavy on the personalization. Like I've got 3 rings to represent me, Brian, and Isla.
Nice.
Like wedding rings, they are there forever.
I think my mum did that when she had like her one was like her, me, and my brother. Like
yeah. Like
when, she got her when she got divorced. She got it melted down, and then it represented me, her.
Yeah.
Me, her, and my brother.
I think wedding rings should again make you excited. I think you should go and do it. I know some people that make their own. Like,
Jack knows exactly what ring I want because I keep sharing him on TikTok. So when he's ready, like that is my
engagement
tip.
ring or wedding ring.
Both.
I do think
share. When
you're thinking of the engagement ring though,
share to your friends so everyone knows.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if you get something you don't like, do you tell them?
I've had a bride who had to tell her partner that she.
I'd want to know. I'd want to know.
Well, this is the thing. If Brian spent thousands on a ring,
if you get it personalized, can you get rid? Like, can you sell it?
What do you
Probably
mean?
be able to
Yeah.
get rid of the diamonds and stuff. Or
Yeah. You can
rework
definitely
it.
change, or you can have a wedding ring that then makes your engagement ring what you wanted. Say if you wanted diamonds around it, you just go heavy on the wedding ring.
Okay, cost.
Oh,
Personally, right,
it's there forever.
I'm not bothered about cost. Like I said about my engagement ring, I'm never going to ask you how much you paid for it.
Yeah.
Like for me personally, as long as I like it.
Yeah.
It could be fake diamonds for all I care. I wouldn't know. Like if I'm
yeah.
being real, I wouldn't know.
No.
But I know people like, you need to spend X amount of your
3 months'
salary.
wages,
I think
isn't
that's
it?
bullshit.
Yeah,
Like
no.
grow up.
I couldn't walk around. Grow up. I couldn't walk around with 10 grand on my hand.
I mean, I absolutely love the Tiffany rings. I'm not gonna lie. Like I know people who've
Cute,
got them,
but
and
I
they
want that
are-
money towards the wedding.
No, I know. If you got the money, you got the money, haven't you?
Yeah, true.
But like the Tiffany ring, it's like poor killer.
Poor.
Poor.
It's
Have
an
you got
easy yes,
Tiffany
that.
ring? Like I know a few of you have, and they're fucking lush.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say no to it,
No.
but like let's bring it back to more realistic kind of
Yeah,
expectations.
yeah.
I think as long as you like the look, I don't think you should ask how much it costs. Like I don't want to know.
Yeah, agreed. I
think the
I actually do know,
pressure
but
on whoever's buying the engagement ring, whether that be a guy or a
100%
girl, is huge.
yeah, and then people are like, "Oh,
that's
you're
right,
doing well, aren't
yeah.
you?"
Or like,
yeah,
or
no.
it's like, ooh, like don't get me wrong, I don't want the one that you can get from Argos that's like 40 quid.
fair.
Like I just wouldn't want. That's not what I want.
Yeah.
But if it was from Argos and it looked exactly the same, I wouldn't know. Just take it out of the
So
Argos
would you
box.
tell Jack if you didn't like the ring he bought you?
100%.
Even if his little face was all like,
But he wouldn't get it wrong because he knows what I like.
fair. But some people get engaged and they haven't actually talked about it like us.
Talk about it.
Yeah. Talk. Or send them this podcast.
Right, let's wrap this up.
Do we have to?
I don't want to.
I love
Well, you do, but Brian won't edit anymore for us.
Okay, all right, so bad.
No, man.
See you next week. We will be prepared. There's a box for questions. Our Instagram DMs are always open. The website is there. Our own individual Instagrams are there. We are happy to answer anything and everything. So we will speak to you soon.
Perfect. Take care. Bye.